I got a new lease on love from that old gal of mine. I'm moving into her arms again. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I got a new lease on love, and the future sure looks fine. I'm signing on the dotted line. 'Cause I thought it had ended when we said we were through, as if it depended on something I say or do. I got a new lease on love from that old gal of mine. I'm moving into her arms again. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I got a new lease on love from that old gal of mine. I'm moving into her arms again. I got a new lease on love, and the future sure looks fine. I'm signing on the dotted line. God, I thought it had ended when we said we were through, as if it depended on something I'd say or something I do. I got a new lease on love from that old gal of mine. I'm moving into her arms again. I'm moving into her arms again. Ba-ba-da-ba-doo-doo-doo. We are the Swells. That's Jeremy Thorp, who's our musical director and on keyboard, and Nick Gent on guitar. I'm Malcolm Windsor. That song was called I Got a New Lease on Love by Fats Waller. And the show tonight is called Love, Loss and Fats because we're going to celebrate mostly the life of Fats Waller. He was a great jazz pianist, and his music was full of fun and melody. And we think it's a nice kind of recipe for getting back to normal today. He was born in 1904 and he died in 1943 at the age of 39. He died of pneumonia on a train traveling across America to do a gig somewhere in the middle. So some of the songs we're doing tonight are actually almost 100 years old, which you'll find some of the language is a little bit archaic, but they're full of fun. And it was about recovery from a relationship, as you probably heard, that he got a new lease of life because his relationship had recovered. And that may have happened a lot during the pandemic when people perhaps were a bit too eyeball to eyeball, and they got over it. And that's what happened there. And our next song, though, is a bit sadder. It's because of loss of love and loss of a person. I have suffered from this just a year or so before lockdown when I lost my wife Sally, and Jeremy suffered the same when he lost his partner Christine a couple of years before that. So we know about loss, we've felt it, and I'm sure most of you people at home have. But we like this song for a curious reason. It tells of loss, but it also puts it in the context of the day-to-day triviality that goes on amid tragedy. I felt this myself. I didn't expect to, but when Sally died, of course, it's a tragedy for me, but not for everyone else. But life goes on. You still have to get some food and go to the supermarket and do the laundry and fill in forms. And this song captures that, this mix of passionate feeling of loss, together with the triviality of life going on. And I think maybe those trivial things you have to do probably keep you afloat. They may have a reason. So that's why we like this song. And I think it might have been written, it's a letter written by a woman to her husband, I think, though you could think of it the other way around. And I think he's gone off to war or something. It was written in the 30s and performed in the 40s. So she is missing him, and this is her letter to him. And it's called P.S. I Love You.
What is there to write? What is there to say? Same things happen every day. Not a lot to write, not a lot to say. So I'll take my pen in hand and start the same old way. Dear, I thought I'd drop a line. The weather's cool, the folks are fine. I'm in bed each night at 9. P.S. I love you. Yesterday we had some rain, but all in all, I can't complain. Was it dusty on the train? P.S. I love you. Write to the Browns just as soon as you're able. They came around to call. Oh, and I burnt a hole in the dining room table. Now let me see, I guess that's all. There is nothing else to say, and so I'll close. But by the way, everybody's thinking of you. P.S. I love you. I'll do my best to obey all your wishes. I've put a sign up, think, but I gotta buy us a new set of dishes, or wash the ones that are piled in the sink. Nothing else to tell you, dear, except each day seems like a year. Every night I'm dreaming of you. P.S. I love you.
We're all survivors, aren't we? Everyone here today at home and here, we've all survived this pandemic. But there have been losses. People have died, lost their wives and husbands and lovers. As I said, Jeremy and I had our losses before the pandemic. But we've got to get over it. Life has to get back to normal. And this next song is about recovery there, where someone helps you to get over it. And that happened, fortunately, to me and to Jeremy. In my case, I met a lady from France in Paris, Hilary, and Jeremy met a lady who lives quite close to him Nicky. So we did have someone to show us the way to get out of our despair in some ways. And so we'd like to dedicate this next song to Hilary and Nicky, and it's You Showed Me the Way.
You showed me the way when I was someone in distress, a heart in search of happiness. You showed me the way. My skies were so grey, I couldn't feel a thrill until I couldn't dream and dream until you showed me the way. The moment you found me, the shadows around me all disappeared from view. The warmth became closey, each corner so cozy, darling, just because of you. You showed me the way. And if I found that love can be a paradise for you and me, here's all I can say, darling, you showed me the way. The moment you found me, the shadows around me just disappeared from view. The world became rosy, each corner so cozy, darling, just because of you. You showed me the way. And if I've learned that love can be a paradise for you and me, here's all I can say, baby, you showed me the way.
Well, we've all missed travel, haven't we? We've all missed flying. I certainly have because, as I mentioned, Hilary lives in France and I live in Scotland. So it's certainly not helped our getting together. But, you know, I even found I missed Ryanair. But then I looked on Ryanair's website. Do you know that there were many romances have started in Ryanair? I can't imagine why that would be. And it's certainly not an optional extra. You have to pay extra for, is it bags and seats? But you don't get romance thrown in, even if you pay. But my theory, I could be wrong about this, is it starts when you're putting your baggage in the locker overhead, because you want to fight with your neighbour to get it up there first. And there's a certain amount of bodily contact, which could, in fact, lead to romance, although I think my theory is probably ludicrous. But this story is about romance flying. It's long before Ryanair. It takes place in the 1940s. Now, Fats, again, would be travelling around. He became quite famous, and he travelled around America by plane. But the planes in those days were very small. There would be one seat the aisle and another seat. Very small. So you could easily catch the eye of the person in the opposite seat, which, funny enough, in those days they called chairs, and now we don't call them chairs. So Fats was aware of the possibility of romance on a plane, so he tells the story of how he met this lady on a plane and fell in love with her.
In the cabin, high in the sky, it was the cabin of a passenger plane, and I was dreaming of a castle in Spain when I laid eyes on you. In the cabin, high in the sky, the day was cloudy, there was rain in the air, and as you sat there in the opposite chair, your sunny smile came through. There was an invitation in the look you gave me. I couldn't very well refuse, and in the moment that it took you to enslave me, I had everything to gain and nothing to lose. In the cabin, high in the sky, it was a dreamland in the heavenly glow. I saw an angel and I let myself go. I fell in love with you. In the cabin, high in the sky, it was a cabin of a passenger plane, and I was dreaming of a castle in Spain when I laid eyes on you. In the cabin, high in the sky, the day was cloudy, there was rain in the air, and as you sat there in the opposite chair, your sunny smile came through. There was an invitation in the look you gave me. I couldn't very well refuse, and in the moment that it took you to enslave me, I had everything to gain and nothing to lose. In the cabin, high in the sky, 'twas like a dreamland in the heavenly glow. I saw an angel and I let myself go. I fell in love with you.
Well, that was A Cabin in the Sky, and we have had a cabin in the sky, haven't we, in the last few months? It's called Zoom, and it's helped us to travel by air. It's been a cabin in the clouds. Well, our last song is a song from Billie Holiday, and it's called Getting Some Fun Out of Life. From what we know, Billie didn't have much fun in her life, but she knows how to do it. She had a lot of problems. In that regard, this show is going to donate to charity, so if you've enjoyed it, and even if you haven't, there'll be a place at the end for you to donate to a Scottish mental health charity. So that comes to the end, and thank you for flying with Nick and Jeremy and I. We took along Billie Holiday and Frank Sinatra and Fats Waller. So we hope you enjoyed it, and when you leave the flight, take care when you get off the sofa in case a heavy object may have moved. It could have been your partner. So goodbye everyone, and thank you.
When we want to love, we love. When we want to kiss, we kiss. With a little petting, we're getting some fun out of life. When we want to work, we work. When we want to play, we play. In a happy setting, we're getting some fun out of life. Maybe we do the right thing, maybe we do the wrong, spending each day just wending our way along. But when we want to sing, we sing. When we want to dance, we dance. You can do your betting, we're getting some fun out of life. When we want to love, we love. When we want to kiss, we kiss. Like a little petting, we're getting some fun out of life. When we want to work, we work. When we want to play, we play. In a happy setting, we're getting some fun out of life. Maybe we do the right thing, maybe we do the wrong, spending each day just wending our way along. But when we want to sing, we sing. When we want to dance, we dance. You can do your betting, we're getting some fun out of life. Some fun out of life. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba. Don't mean a thing if it ain't got that swing. Do-a, 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 do-a. Do-a, 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 do-a. Do-a, 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 do-a.